When you look at pandemics, there are 5 ways of looking at it in what I call different phases. Let's start off with the phase of eradication. Are we going to eradicate COVID-19? I say that's almost impossible. We've only eradicated one human viral pathogen in history, and that is smallpox. And the reason we eradicated it, there was no animal reservoir. It was phenotypically stable. Smallpox from 100 years ago is the same as smallpox 50 years ago and 40 years ago. There was a widely accepted global vaccination campaign, and importantly, the immunity that was induced by either vaccine or infection was lifelong in its durability. The next question, can we eliminate it? That means we don't eradicate it from the world, but you eliminate it from certain regions, for example, the United States. What about that? We've successfully eliminated 2 important viral pathogens in the United States: polio in 1979 and measles in 2000. How is that possible? Again, lack of an animal reservoir, a phenotypically stable virus. Measles from 50 years ago, 60 years ago, is the same as measles that's circulating in parts of the world now. In the United States, we had a widely accepted national vaccination campaign. And again, either vaccine or infection-induced immunity is usually lifelong or close to lifelong. So what about SARS? Why do I say it? It's unlikely we will eliminate it. One, there are established animal reservoirs, and we know there can be reinfections and reintroductions. Although we don't need it, there's enough people that are already infected. But importantly, unlike measles and smallpox and polio, we have already seen the evolution of genotypically and phenotypically diverse variants. The world has experienced 5 of them already. We in the United States have experienced 4. There is, unfortunately, a lack of wide acceptance of safe and effective vaccines with the anti-vax movement. And then, unfortunately, as we've experienced, both vaccine and infection-induced immunity wanes over a period of several months. So what are we hoping for? We're hoping for control, namely get out of the fulminant, acute pandemic phase where you have 900,000 infections a day, tens of thousands of hospitalizations, 3,000 deaths per day, and get to a level low enough so that it doesn't disrupt the society, either economically, socially, from the standpoint of what we can do in schools and in jobs. And what I mean by that, some people call it return to normalcy, or at least a new normal. Some people refer to it as endemicity. Others describe it by saying something similar to what we see with other viral infections that are present. We don't like them to be present, but they're present, but they don't disrupt society. Things like RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, common cold coronaviruses, parainfluenza, influenza. How do we stay in control? Well, you get it to a low enough level by vaccinating the overwhelming proportion of the population and boosting where necessary. But also you implement common sense, hygiene, voluntary masking, attention to good ventilation, and make available vaccines, antivirals, and monoclonal antibodies.